Hey, Mike Healy here. Thank you very much for watching this video. This is going to be on binary placement strategies. Now, this question comes up a lot. This is probably one of the most common questions, in fact, of where you put people. How do you place them? What's the smartest thing to do, with your people and so on. And I'm going to give you some things that I've used over the past, 20 years. I probably built 5 binaries very, very successfully with thousands of people in them. In a lot of cases, I wasn't given anything. In fact, I was not given a leg in this company. I recorded my back office just to prove it to you down the road a year from now or whatever, to show you that I know what I'm doing. I'm knowing how to grow a business regardless of where I'm placed and so on. Okay, I wanted to make sure, and in fact, I asked for that. Not to be placed in somebody's, what they would call power leg, because I wanted to make sure that I could actually show somebody in confidence what my check was based on not just a welfare mentality, okay? Anyhow, let me stay on track here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what I do, what I would teach, what I would recommend. Again, check with your upline to see if they're working a different strategy. It might be a little smarter than mine, that's fine. There's a lot of great leaders out there doing some things, but I'm going to show you what I would recommend, okay? Now, in a binary, obviously you have 2 legs. That's kind of the purpose of a bi right there. You got a left side and a right side. I'll zoom in this as you need be, okay? So this is you represented by that X. In a lot of cases, when you join, more than likely, there's a lot of times that people above you will be putting in people, or if you got into an organization where people are being spilled underneath of each other, what they call that spill, there may be some people on one side or the other of your business that are now being placed there that you didn't put there, okay? Now, here's the thing. The tendency at this point, because you have to have a left side and a right side, a lot of people call it a power leg or whatever. I don't want you to think of it as a power leg. I want you to think of it more as an anchor leg, because an anchor secures something. This is real important, is that an anchor secures something. But I don't want you to have one anchor leg. I'm going to show you how to get 2 anchor legs. Okay, to build you something that's long-term, that's going to pay, plenty of fun money down the road, okay? And money that you don't have to count, you can weigh it because it's too hard to count that much, right? But what happens is, in a lot of cases, when you get a few people put down, regardless of what side it might be, your tendency is to automatically put somebody over on this side. And here's what I would tell you, and if you want to remember this phrase: first 3 go in the tree, first 3 in the tree, first 3 in the tree, first 3 in the tree. The reason is we want to secure legs first before we start doing something else, okay? And here's the method to the madness on this, if you follow me. So right here, somebody put somebody here, okay? You would think the tendency, like I said, was to be over here. What I would recommend you do is you put your first person here, second person here, and third person here. And depending on, obviously, how fast people are coming in from above, or these people putting in, they might not be just right next to each other. Look at this, your left side and your right side, just as like a string of pearls. Okay, instead of the necklace all the way around, if you straighten it out, put it upside, what do you call that? Not horizontal, vertical, okay? String of pearls would go down here. But here's what I want you to understand is, this also should not be the cat, the dog, and the broke uncle, okay? This should be some legitimate people, okay? A few reasons for this is, if you teach this strategy, one, your upline is going to be doing the same thing, and you're going to be teaching these people the same thing. That if you put your first 3 here, okay, on this leg, and you taught them 1, 2, 3 to put their first 3 in, and 2 puts his first 3 in, and you get the point, 3 would turn into 9, 27, 81, 243, 729, 2187, just as an example. If that happened just 7 times, this is then considered an anchor leg. Okay, that's what it is. But here's the cool part, is once you've put your 3 in here, one, you've probably built a little momentum. You've got some social proof, is what I like to call it. Social proof that this is growing. These people are still feeding that leg as well, but it's locking in an anchor leg for all these people. You're building the structure, first 3 in the tree. Now, when you go out there, you've probably got a little more fever for the flavor. You got a little more hang of this business. You're starting to understand stuff. You're learning more. You're understanding about the product. You're understanding about the leadership. Your confidence is higher. You got an organization that you can brag about right now. You're showing some numbers. You get what I'm saying? It becomes easier to put people in, okay? As you go, typically, because your confidence level and your enthusiasm gets a little more jacked up. If you put your next 3 over here, so 4, 5, and 6, and guess what? You teach him to do the exact same thing. So 4 would put his first 3 here, 5 would put his first 3, and obviously if this guy puts them in faster than the other guy, it doesn't matter. But if you put 3 over here and taught them to do that, you got 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 729, 2187, and then obviously whatever would travel down there. Thing is a lot of people, like I said, they focus on just going straight to the lesser side. They don't have any enthusiasm. They don't secure anything. If you put your first 3 in the tree, it's going to help you to lock people in. Especially as an example, let's say this guy right here, you put him in, he was excited, he was enthusiastic, but he went on vacation for a month. And then, you know, you had some people up above you put some people in, and these guys put their first 3 in, and those people put their first 3 in, and so on. This guy comes back and goes, holy smokes, look at what I got underneath of me, okay? So by doing this, you're securing 2 legs, and then these people are going to ultimately do the same thing, build the insides of their legs, teaching them to do the exact same thing. The other cool part is when you can secure businesses for people by teaching them that, securing legs for them, it helps them to quickly be able to start making money faster on their lesser legs, okay, on their volume legs, or on their lesser volume legs, which if you've sponsored, you know, a handful of these people with check matches, that helps increase their check match potential much, much faster, okay? So that's really, really good. So on the basics of this, if you just think about it, you've got an anchor leg here, and I've had it before where you just never know, you can't tell the duds from the studs, the zeros from the heroes, where I've had organizations that were in the hundreds, like I think it was over 600 people were larger in what I thought was a lesser leg, and then all of a sudden some leaders popped up in that one and it flipped, and then I started putting people down the next side of the other leg. And you just never know, okay? So here's the thing, is one, remember the phrase, first 3 in a tree, teach that. There's a method behind the madness. Secure yourself a real business, okay? The other thing is don't ever stop recruiting. Don't ever be the guy that just sits back and waits for it. Nothing good comes easy. You're going to have to work for it, but the more you work, the more skills you acquire, the faster you can start creating momentum in these things. And I'm telling you, when you wake up in the morning and you start seeing, you check in your back office, and you're seeing that 3 people joined that day, 5 people started joining the next day, 15 the next day, 60 the next day, and so on. And when these numbers start to grow, it becomes really, really, really exciting. But again, I would recommend first 3 in the tree, build that momentum, get a leg, get an anchor, then you start working on the other side. Hey, and you might have to flip down the road, who knows? Continue to recruit, continue to put people in there, and the momentum will happen. So I'll put some more videos up here in case you need those. I'll put the binary video on here. We should be able to just automatically click on it. Disclaimer at the end, obviously. But again, like it, share it, comment it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to break 10,000 subscribers. I'm this close. But thanks again, and hopefully I'll get some more great videos out for you you'll enjoy. And thanks again, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks.